Welcome to the Scene Snobs podcast, everybody. I'm your host, Mick Manhattan, joined as always by my partner in crime, Casey, the Scary Man Plot. What is up, buddy?
Hi, buddy. How you doing? Yes, I figured I'd be something that terrifies me as much as anything else. More than anything else, it's people who double pop collars. And so that's what I'm going right now as, is something that scares me because you really have to embrace your fears at the Fear Fest.
Casey, I don't know if you know this, but every time somebody pops their collars, a puppy dies, and you just killed 10 of them right there with you.
Yeah, no, it's a weird logarithmic approach. Yeah, it goes from 1 to 1,000 real fast.
You know, I will tell you, well, that's how con goes. That's how CFF is. Every year goes from 1 to 1,000 very, very fast.
Very fast.
Now, guys, if you don't know who we are and you're watching at any time, after this, if you're watching live, we are the Scene Snobs. We're official reps of Carolina Fear Fest. We've been there the past couple of years. We're going to be there again this year. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to get into it, talk about it a lot tonight, and talk about what's going on there. Till we get started, I'm going to leave it to my buddy Casey to explain how we got involved with the Carolina Fear Fest and what we'll be doing there this year.
All right, great. Well, we got involved by reaching out to the creators, Destini and Stephanie. Actually, I don't even know how that all started. Mick was the one who was legitimately part of that. I just showed up. That's all I was told. I was told by that man right there that we were going to be presenters, that we were going to be running a live version as this was coming back from COVID and people were starting to go out again, that we were going to try something new and try a virtual portion of the convention. So we did. And it went pretty well. People seem to have enjoyed it, and it's continuing to grow. And we've also been able to be part of the convention itself and do a lot of the panels, which is always a blast, being able to interview some really, really cool guests. And of course, more importantly, interact with all of the wonderful people who attend. I have a blast with everybody who shows up. I have everyone in costume. All of the cosplayers are fantastic. It's a wonderful community, great vendors. I mean, that's where I met one of my favorite people, Paul Lanner, just a great human being. He's pretty fantastic, part of the Hunters Against Hate. There's some great people out there. So it's a blast. And that's all we do is we basically hang around and try to disrupt and cause as much fun and chaos as possible and make sure everyone's having a good time.
Chaotic fun, that's what we do.
We facilitate the absurd and make sure that it keeps rocking at the Fear Fest, which, pretty easy to do because everyone's having a great time. It's so wonderful just seeing everyone have fun there. That's the beautiful part of this convention. Absolutely. Is everyone just interacting and having a blast. Everyone very down to earth, nice folk. It's always fun.
But you guys can check us out. We go all year round. We are the Scene Snobs. We have our own channel over on YouTube. Of course, the Scene Snobs podcast is available wherever you listen to podcasts. This episode, of course, and all the CFF episodes that we do for every month up until leading to it will be available as a podcast as well, so you can listen. Go check us out. We'd love for you guys to kind of join up the Snob Nation. Let us know what you think. How are we doing? What do you think about Carolina Fear Fest? Make sure you're tagging us and stuff, so that way we can talk about it more and more. Until we get there, I want to say hi to some people. Jason Taylor's here. Says wish could be on here with us, but he's here from the comments. Thanks,
here
Jason.
In the comments. Just like our hearts.
That's right. And Radar's here, of course. One of our, I like to call him the volunteer Magnifico, as I like to call him when I say it correctly. The man has been working at CFF for a while now, and he does an awesome.
Yes, he's one of our favorites. Love you, Radar.
Yeah. What's up, John? How you doing, buddy?
Mr. Was, who loves chaos.
He loves it. No, actually, he only likes it. He only likes it just a little.
Just a little bit.
We love the chaos.
He's only a strong light.
Yeah. Johnny Miller's here. Johnny, what's up, buddy?
Johnny,
thank you for joining in. And thank you for everybody else who's watching. He wants to bring in Tom Atkins. He wants to bring in Alex Esso and Melinda Clark, and I second that. I would love to see that.
Sorry, buddy. We just lost you for a second, brother. I think you glitched for a second. Yes, sir.
I think
we had a brief moment of what in the watery.
Well, it is a horror night, and it is lightning storm outside, so you know what happens.
Yeah, that's fair. It's pretty gnarly out. It's been fun. Very exciting.
Steven, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for joining.
Steven, how you doing?
And Radar says, appreciate it, guys. Love y'all. We love you too, buddy. Okay, we're going to get started. But before we do, I want to pull up the website, and I want to talk about a couple of things before we bring on our lovely guests. And I'm not going to announce them until I bring them on, but let's get the
Well,
website.
that's just, I mean, there's so much now, the build up. It's crazy. The tension you're building. It's fantastic.
Got a couple of demons with us, the head demons.
Stronger than an Ang Lee movie.
Guys, if you want to get your tickets, the festival is from May 26th to the 28th, 2023. Come out. Get your tickets. Weekend passes and VIP passes are the way to go, in my opinion. Make sure you get them. But if you come here on the website, go right to Eventney, as I should call it, and it's got all, look at that. Get out of there. Fine, I'll allow it. It's got all the information and more that you can find. Tickets available. There's tons of really fun stuff. But let's go over the guests real quick. How's that sound, buddy?
Let's hit it, man. Let's go through it. Yeah, make sure to get some tickets, folks. All right, 26th to 28th. Get that schedule set.
Oh yeah,
because these are the people you're going to see, which I believe we have most of them on here.
Most of them, yeah, not all of them, but so far we've had Dee Wallace, whom I love. I love Dee Wallace. She's fantastic.
She's a scream queen mother. You know, she's she's that step like extra adjacent.
We definitely have to talk again about the Scream Queen because you know how I feel on that. But I do agree that she is. If that
she's earned it. Oh yeah, she's up.
Oh
there.
Yeah, Seth Gilliam, of course, the man's from Starship Troopers, one of Casey's absolute favorites.
Yes, you like that? You like that?
And Walking Dead.
I do. Super excited. Yep. Brett
Wagner, who played in the 2003 version, Leatherface. So that's pretty rad. We get to meet another Leatherface this year. Barbara
awesome.
Crampton.
Absolute bona fide Scream Queen. Fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Heather Matarazzo.
Yep. Another one. She's in there. Welcome to the Dollhouse. Actually, one of my odd, offbeat favorite teen coming of age stories.
Yes. That is I love that one as well. And David Naughton, who we announced on the last State of the Con last month, he will be joining from American Werewolf in London and so much more.
Super excited.
Dana DiLorenzo.
Yes, from Ash vs. Evil Dead. It's going to be so great to have her on there.
It really is. I'm very much looking forward to talking to her about the show and more. But guys, we have another guest. They're not on here yet, but they were announced, and that is from the Sharknado movies, Tara Reid.
Bum-ba-da-bum. That's right, folks. The Tara Reid from all seven Sharknado movies.
7 Sharknado movies. And I don't know if she ever got her hand back, but she sure as hell turned it into a perfect Swiss Army tool.
I hope it's bionic.
So without further ado, we want to bring on our guests. They run the show. They make sure that this convention goes on without a hitch and is always great. And they're really the reason, with all of the other wonderful volunteers, guests, and the vendors, that you should go. And
the Demon Queens themselves. That's right. The Lords of Night, Miss Destini and Stephanie.
Ladies, hello.
Hey guys, how are you?
Great. How are you all doing?
Hello. Hanging in there. Very busy, all the planning.
I can only imagine. And I got to tell you, it seems like it's going to be going off with some epicness, in my opinion. Are there any things that we can talk about right now? I don't want to shed some light on things that we're not allowed to talk about, but maybe touch down on certain events that are going on during the con?
We, with COVID, we were unable to do it for the last couple of years, but plans are underway for just a wicked Saturday night after party. And we've got hopefully some of that being finalized in the next week or two so we can get the tickets out available for that. And we do have, there will be special pricing for our VIP folks and lots of fun attached to that. That is our bloody good Saturday night. We've done a few after con events on Saturday nights. But this one is this one we're taking up a couple of notches. So
I'm very excited.
I'll let Destini start talking about some of those plans.
We're going to theme it as Come As You Died. Well, technically the theming is cadavers and cocktails. Is that what we decided on?
Absolutely. Cadavers and cocktails.
But our main entertainment is going to be Come As You Died. So you are going to be able to dress up in something hopefully original. And come up with a story on how you died and why you're wearing what you're wearing. And it's going to be a little bit of a game with some prizes. We're also going to play, can we talk about the other one too? The other game?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're also going to play Let's Make a Deal with the Devil, which I believe Mick and Casey are going to be hosting for us. So we're going to have some fun prizes. We're going to have music and appetizers and all that good stuff and drinks, obviously. And lots of spooky, weird people roaming around downtown Raleigh. So that's going to be fun.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing.
That's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Let's Make a Deal is just sort of a classic game show game that we all grew up watching in various formats, and so we're hoping that everybody will come in whatever they were wearing when they died and come up with that great story, but also come with a purse or a bag and pockets full of all kinds of fun little goodies, because you never know what we're going to ask you to bring up. And first to race to the hosts, get a choice of gag gifts or the good prizes that we'll hide in various boxes, and we're really hoping to make this fun. We'd like to have fun with everybody, and we want to have some good music playing so we can all sit around and share our love for horror and knock back a handful. But at the same time, we don't want to just play karaoke and crawl back to our hotel rooms. So we wanted to do something a little bit different.
I love it. And I do have to ask, though, if it's a come as you died party where everybody's going to dress up, creatively, hopefully, how do I go as heart disease? How does that work? I don't understand.
You got to get creative.
That's where you got to get creative. We fully expect people to come in their normal work outfits. I will be highly disappointed if we don't have some people in bathrobes or random lingerie, that kind of thing. Yeah. So, but it's you could just be a victim and bloody yourself up, show how you died. You can actually go full zombie or demon, whatever you turned into after you died. It leaves it open to a lot of creativity. Yeah.
One thing I would like to talk about for the convention, for anybody who may come across these shows and they, watch them and want to learn more about it, maybe haven't been there before. What are some of the big things that go on during the festival itself? I know that with the charities and things like that you do, I'd love for you to tell us a little more about it so people can hear it.
Well, we're going to have our game that we play at the con itself, which is our Killer Clues game. So basically our vendors that have signed up to be witnesses, you have to get your clue. When you visit those vendors, in order to get the clue for them, you have to do whatever it is they're asking you to do. That might be do a pretty ballerina dance, show them your best zombie walk,
eat a
little bit of, thriller if you've got some dance moves, best scream. Everybody has a lot of fun with that. It's a way to engage with the vendors and get a chance to meet all of them. And we'll do drawings for that on both Saturday and Sunday. And our VIP and weekend pass holders, because they get to get in on Friday night, they kind of get first shot at that and a chance to run around and grab their clues and get even more of them to turn in potentially, because they've got that little bit of extra time to get it done. And so that's a good thing for them. So then we do door prize drawings, and those are all donated from our vendor pool that are participating in the games. And it's a lot of fun. We've had some really great prizes that they've turned in previous years for this. So it should be really great. And we're definitely bringing back our charity auction again that we'll do on Saturday night. We did that last year for the first time. We're going to do that again this year. It is our, we do banners to hang behind all of the celebrities on the floor. And then we ask them to sign that, and we'll do the auction for those banners with a personalized signature that everybody can pick up on Sunday before they go.
That's awesome.
And if you need a voice, I'm always here.
Yes. By the time last year, my voice was gone by Saturday night. So I had to last minute snag Casey and take it up here and talk for me.
Ready for it. It'll be good preparation for Make a Deal with the Devil.
Yeah. So this year we're going to do the proceeds from the banners auction again are going to Hunters Against Hate, which is a great organization. And Paul will be on the floor. He's got some really cool merchandise. He has some amazing t-shirt designs that he's got out, and his organization just works with bullied and marginalized groups, and it's a way for the haunters and the community to get together to support all of those. A lot of work with teens and LGBT community for organizations that support them. So
yeah,
it's really a good group. And Paul's amazing if you get a chance to stop and chat with him at the con too.
Absolutely one of my favorite humans.
Paul spent all weekends last year, just busting my balls, and I could not stop laughing the
Mm-hmm.
entire time. He was a wonderful guy, and we're lucky to become friends with him. And that's the best part I love about. I go to a lot of conventions. I go to a lot of horror conventions. CFF. I have met so many friends there that are still friends. We talk all the time, and it's that type of environment. Since we've been going, it just feels friendly. It feels like everybody can kind of get together, and you don't feel like you're an outcast, because we're all the outcasts.
That's kind of cute.
You can use it, Des.
I'm going to.
Anytime.
So there are other things to do outside of the convention, as far as wrapping around to make an entire weekend of it. So we have to confirm with him, but the paranormal pub crawls should be going on that weekend. He sets aside a couple of those on Friday and Saturday night for just the Carolina Fear Fest people. So now you can pub crawl with your fellow horror fans and tell some ghost stories and walk around getting drunk in Raleigh. Lots of fun. And we're working on seeing if we can do a movie premiere that we can tie to maybe a Q&A panel that might be a lot of fun. So those that maybe don't want to go drinking with us and come as you died to cadavers and cocktails might prefer to do maybe a movie screening instead. So we try and make sure that there's options for everybody, both at the con and after. And then, of course, the con itself, the things to do, there's always vendors with fun activities, the 4D trailers. We're going to try and group our haunters hopefully all together, so you get a little bit more roaming character fun in one, general spot. But again, all the panels and entertainment on the stage, we're still working to pull all of those final details together. But I know Mick and Casey will be running a few of them. You've already called Dee Wallace, so anything we do with her, Mick's already like 9.
Listen, I'm such a fan. I will say,
if you will.
If you guys aren't following CFF, all of their social media platforms, make sure you get on it, because it's going to be important. We are incorporating a lot more. Make sure you're following the Scene Snobs too, because we're going to be all over the place. We're going to do live casts from the floor. If you find us, we're going to have little prizes for you. It's going to be a lot of fun. Last year, Des and Casey and I, we did a escape room.
Oh boy,
which was
was
fun.
Awesome.
They did not
really
like
weird.
me in there, and I don't blame them.
We loved you when we could keep you in one side. Well, I could.
What is this?
I played locker while Destiny, the brain in the operation actually answered it. So that was how that worked.
Yeah,
It was so much fun. There's
you might
always
have set
a
us
ton.
back a bit.
Just a little bit, but it was good times. And then I just finally got tired and sweaty, and I was like, I want out. You can't keep this bear in here. No, but you guys got to make sure you're following everything and you're staying up to date, because we are doing a lot of stuff. There may even be a murder mystery that's going to occur.
Yeah, definitely want to be following us on our socials. That's for sure.
You can win more prizes that way, and that's how it goes. Now, I think it's vitally important that you get weekend passes and VIP passes, because Friday night is a big deal. You want to talk about Friday night a little bit? Maybe what's going on there for all our VIP and weekend pass holders?
Oh, we are planning on catering in some dinner for our VIPs, but we don't have any of that finalized yet. But we do, once we have our panel of celebrities completed, we do tend to have the Friday night include maybe a photo op or a panel, something that only your Friday, people that have access on Friday can get into. So it's not possible to buy a ticket just for Friday. You have to have the weekend or the VIP ticket to get in there. And we currently do still have some still available, but last year those VIP tickets sold out several weeks before the show. So definitely, if you're considering it, you want to get in there and get it done before those are completely gone.
Yeah, this is not a good time to procrastinate. You want to jump on this, get in front of this one.
The other thing is, you guys mentioned all the socials, but I will say that you should be able to do it on Facebook. You can definitely do it on our website, where you can sign up to be part of our email insider list. And that fairly critical, because we do tend to send out advance chances so you can, in something that maybe could sell out, you're going to find out about it first as an email insider. And all of our celebrity announcements that we've had and the ones that are upcoming, our email people found out about those a day or two in advance. So if you're not on the emails, you may want to get on there.
Sorry.
It's funny. We're official reps, and I learn about who's coming to the con guest-wise on our Discord from people who are a part of the newsletter. We're just like, hey, this is awesome. And it's pretty wild, but it's a lot of fun. So make sure you guys are joining up on the newsletter for sure. Everything, go to carolinafearfest.com. It's got everything right there. You can go to all the socials. You can check out everything they have, buy tickets and more. We have a ton of stuff. Friday night, we'll be live broadcasting one of our shows. And if you've seen us before in the past couple of years, or you've joined us on our podcast, just a live podcast that go on every week, you know that we encourage everybody to kind of get involved in the comments and such. But if you have a weekend pass or a VIP pass Friday night, you'll be able to join in. You'll be able to sit down with us and have a good time when we do the live stream. So
imagine that, sitting at the table with us. All your dreams come true.
Yep, be a part of it for sure. But we have so much stuff, and I always have a great time with the vendors. Casey and I always play our game where we take $20 and try to buy the most amount of stuff we can for each other. So it's got to be specific to what we each like.
And we're each 1 for 1 so far. So one win apiece. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes.
Who decides who wins that game?
We both do. We just stare at each other's eyes, and whoever has the most meaningful look, most mistiness, it's like, yeah, that's me. I win.
Okay, so it's like a bromance level thing.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
absolutely.
that's easy.
You gotta feel the vibes, but you also don't want to get in between it at that moment because it gets a lot of vibing. So
I love it. So I mean, with the con going on and so many more guests to be announced still, and we got a couple of months. I don't want to rush anything. I'm not rushing anything. Just saying, you guys should stay tuned.
I will address Johnny. He's mentioned it on pretty much every post that we've had out there, and here commenting on yours about Tom Atkins and Alexandra Esso. We have looked into those. Tom and Alexandra both have conflicts for this year and are not going to be able to make it. But I did love the idea for Alexandra Esso. So we're still kind of pushing for her if we can make it work. But I don't think we will for this year, but it was definitely a good idea. And we're still trying to pull a few in and finalize those last few, but we've got a few good ones coming up that we still have to announce.
Super excited.
Who's now? I'd like to ask you ladies your opinions on this. Who is a guest that hasn't been at CFF yet? We know they're going to come because of how amazing the festival is, but maybe it's like a dream to get to the festival. I know Casey would want.
I do not have an answer for that question because I don't think it's ever going to be possible. I was really psyched about Tom Savini. That one was a big one for me. I was very excited about that.
Yeah, Tom was good. Yeah. But between Destini and I, there's a handful of the top folks out of Supernatural that would be awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
I kind of really want to get drunk with Crowley, but I don't want to get drunk with the actor. I want him to be Crowley in the bar. So, asking a lot of them. But yeah, Supernatural. I mean, it's a great franchise, and we really enjoy those actors, and we understand they're great to have.
Stephen Williams is amazing.
The longer I do this, the more I hear about these guests that are just absolutely amazing. Mm-hmm. So, not just amazing at what they do or the characters that they played, but they're like, you will have more fun spending a couple of days. These are the most wonderful people. And so we definitely have our wish list of guests that we'd like to see come out for sure. So
yeah, I can give you a whole list. I know.
I'm gonna say everyone that
scroll that just falls.
Oh yeah, he's got a long one, distinguished one. But everyone you've had has always been fantastic, and it's always been a really great environment that's been created, and all the guests are always really nice and just always open to speaking to so many people who wait in line, and they just have so many great stories to tell, and they're always just so kind with their time. So it was always a great experience for that, and can't wait to see that continue on this year. Absolutely,
I agree. It has been just wonderful guest after wonderful guest, but it's not just about that. Like Casey and I really enjoy the vendors. Mm-hmm. There's so many cool things.
There's so much good shopping. There's so many weird things that you just would not expect to find at a convention setting.
The best t-shirts, I love my t-shirts, all the wacky art, which is always fun, the props.
Oddities.
I mean, that one, the one with the critters.
Yeah.
I want it. Oh, if only I had the money to spend on critters, I would do it.
On dead things.
Yes.
I ran around. I found so many. As everybody knows, I collect pops. So And listen, I love my pops and I love my horror pops, and I found so many like rare ones last year at the convention. It was a good time.
You did,
for sure. Now you have a lot of games there as well, and to kind of touch down on that, I remember there was an axe throwing last year. But it was like an inflatable axe throw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Those folks are coming out, but they're not able to bring the inflatable axe throwing this year. At least that's not currently the plan. I don't believe are bringing it this time around. But yeah, we do. I mean, a lot of the vendors try and be interactive with the killer clues or just in general, because it should be a whole thing. It shouldn't be just this. Nobody comes just for the celebs. Nobody comes just for the shopping. Nobody comes just because there's panels. Nobody comes for any one particular thing. They want to come and they want to do all of the stuff, which is why I think we're really growing. Where the first year I would absolutely have said, yeah, we're a one-day con. We were open for the weekend, but you could do it in a day. And I really feel as of last year, that's not so much happening anymore. I mean, you really, kind of need to be there for those couple of days so you don't feel this pressure and this rush you feel like you can't wait in line to talk to that actor you've been dying to meet, or you can't rush around and do panels and photo ops that are happening at the same time, because there's no way to build the entire schedule and all of the different programming options where you can do everything. You're going to have to make choices. There's going to be a panel you really want to see that's at the same time as that photo op you desperately want. And there's going to be some cool thing happening on stage all at the same time. And we do our best to break it up, but it is a tough thing to lay out for yourself, I think, just for one day to be able to do all of it and not feel like you are rush shopping the whole place.
Agreed. Yeah, you're going to miss something, trying to just burn through it in a day. There's something to be said about taking the entire weekend and enjoying the thoroughness of it. I've had many friends come back to me after, experiencing and coming down for the weekend and going, yeah, this was awesome to have the whole weekend to do it. So,
but we try to make sure it's broken up. So somebody that doesn't like trivia is not stuck with that it being the only entertainment option. And people always ask, like, for our celebrity lineups, why don't you you're bringing in this person from this franchise. Why are you not bringing in these other 4 people from that same franchise? Because I can only bring in so many celebrities. And if you don't like that franchise, I've just killed a third of the celebrity lineup of people you don't want to meet. So we try and make sure we have as wide of a variety. We hit as many different points as we can. So everybody should find something to love across the board. There will be a vendor you absolutely fall in love with, and there will be some celebrity I've always wanted to meet, or from a franchise you've got a bunch of questions about. So there should always be something for everybody. So that's why our lineup's usually a pretty good mix of people that have been in new projects, or they've recently been on TV, or your favorites from 20, 30, 40 years ago. We have a couple of people coming up that are been around for decades, like Hammer Films, just stuff you haven't seen in a long time. And they're, more icons, and they're old school classic horror. And we have people that our next announcement, I guess we could go ahead and drop.
I haven't done anything for this one yet, but I can do it tonight. If you want me to.
All right, who wants to do it, Stephanie or Destiny? You tell me.
No, Steph's doing it.
For example, our next one that we're going to be announcing is Robert Muse, and this is the 20th year anniversary for the House of a Thousand Corpses. So
yeah,
it's a iconic film, celebrating an anniversary year. But that may not be everybody's thing. So you've got Dee Wallace. I mean, for God's sakes, between E.T. and Cujo and all of the things, there's got to be something about Dee love.
Absolutely.
We also try to make sure that we've got a nice mix, that it isn't just, a celebrity panel that's made up of 12 guys and a couple of women. We've got, TV, film, women, men, hit as many points as we can, so we can celebrate everything. It's the tagline, celebrating all things horror. We can't do that if I bring in 8 people from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and people don't like that franchise, aren't going to be happy with me. So
Absolutely.
No, I think it works great every year. It's so different, and horror fans are just going to love it in general. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be a great time. And like we said, everybody, you got to follow us so that way, even on the weekend, you can see the live streams, see what's there. We're going to have interviews up. It's going to be a truly great time. I've never not had fun. Even any minute that I'm there, everybody is just a really good time talking to all the people running around in their costumes. Oh, the costumes last year, that was some of the best parts. I love the cosplay that was going on. There were two little kids that were dressed like chainsaw wielding, hockey mask wearing, overall wearing. And I was just like, oh my God, that's the greatest. And they were fantastic.
Yeah, there were some fantastic ones.
Yeah, we just...
And we, of course, have a cosplay contest, by the way.
Yes.
Always a highlight.
This year, again, will you be doing... I know last year with Tom Savini, it was very centered with the special effects makeup. Will you be doing that again this year, or are you replacing with something different?
I would like to. It's always been very well received. People really enjoy it. We've got some meetings coming up over the next week where some of that is hopefully going to be decided on. And when we're figure out what the future of it is. But we like the special effects battle.
It's so much fun to watch.
Some amazing stuff. And some of those artists I follow on Facebook and that kind of stuff, I'm watching their journey, and some of them are actually involved in film at this point, both acting and behind the camera with makeup. So, people are living the dream. We didn't give them their start, but we gave them that, outlet, that place to show off. And that's important too, as it's another form of art. And we want to make sure they've got a way to do that. And celebrating art, we don't have a date yet, but every year we do official artwork. And we pick a new artist every year to do our art, and we want it to be a little different. I have visions of the Carolina Fear Fest calendar that will have the art from every single year at some point.
That's awesome.
But this year's art, I'm really excited. I really like this year's art. It's very cool. We're very excited, and I think we'll be showing that off in the next couple of weeks as well. We wanted to get through the Valentine's Day flash sale and announcing Tara, and then that would be coming up soon. And that's art by Wes Flannery, and he's been a vendor at the show since the first year, and he did an amazing job. It's really wonderful. And every year we try and go a little different styling on it, and he went a little old school classic, more like Universal monster feel to it all. And so we're really excited about that too. It lets the show have a little bit of a different feel to it every year, and lets us again embrace different areas of horror through that artwork as well as highlighting some of our local and regional artists, because we've got a lot of them in North Carolina and they're amazing.
Yeah, incredible talent.
So it looks like with everything, like you guys said, VIP passes and weekend passes, in my opinion, that's the way to go, because you get Friday night with it. It's a steal. Why come out for just Saturday and Sunday when you can do all three and really get all of that time in, especially Friday night when you're going to get like these benefits that come along with it. So tickets are available. Remember, go to carolinafearfest.com. It's down in the description below. The links are there, so you can go check it out. That's
Destiny, like underneath her.
Yeah, farther down.
Further down. Yeah.
Keep going down farther.
Down
but yeah, tons of stuff to kind of keep going with it, and perks that come along with it. And there's just so much to do. And I'm telling you, it's just such a great environment. The community is amazing. We all have an amazing time, and you're going to make friends while you're there. So get your hotel rooms. Get out. It's in Raleigh at the North Carolina State Fairgrounds in the Jim Graham building. I remember. It's there next to all the snakes and other reptiles. But yeah, we have a lot of fun happening. Now, guys, before we get going, what's maybe not your favorite thing, but what is a highlight that you out on the floor that you guys really like or look forward to and can't wait to see? Casey, I'll start with you on this one.
For mine, it's always just the way things are laid out, because it makes it easy for me to remember where the things are that I want to go return to. In most conventions, I get confused and turned around easily and get completely lost. And I'm like, I never got back to that one table, because I would walk right next to it, but turn around and always miss it. That never happens. I like the flow. So it makes it easy. My OCD brain is cool with it.
It does have a great flow for sure. How about you, Des? What you got?
Oh, I don't know. I do really like the shopping. I do like having all those like weird people selling their weird art on the same spot. That's fun for me. Yeah, but it's a good weekend. It's maximum chaos. It's we're running a top engines or whatever you say, top speed. You get it.
Yeah. Warp speed. There you go.
Warp speed. There you go.
I love it. Stephanie, how about you?
My favorite part is the day we open and the day after it shuts down. Like she said, the chaos. Though there's a whole thrill to watching everything come together.
Yeah.
And watching people walking in and smiling, getting excited about things, and especially when I see people that I kind of know, and I see them, and I know that they go to Atlanta for Days of the Dead, and they go to the Mad Monster parties, and they would go to Scares That Care, and I even go out to Ohio for like Horror Hound. They go to all these cons, and they're still walking through, our little con here in Raleigh, and they're smiling and finding things that they are unique or things they haven't seen before, and they're still having fun. And that lets me know that we're doing a good job, and we're not just copycat carbon copying of all the other conventions that are out there at the same time. And that is always a good feeling.
Yes, for sure. I love that too. It is just a great environment. I like being around like-minded people who love a lot of the same things that I do, and just being able to talk about them. Casey and I have great conversations every year we're there, and I'm looking forward to more of them.
It's wonderful to talk to a lot more people who aren't Mick, so it always makes me happy. As much as I love this man, it's nice to be able to have conversations just as stimulating with other human beings. So
I'm not upset by you saying that. I get it. But
guys, it's amazing too. There's so many people who don't go to any cons. And by putting one in an area that never had one previously, we're their first con experience. In some cases, not even horror, just in general. Yeah. And so they have absolutely no idea what to expect. And they walk through there and are just amazed. And I'm happy that we're let's be real. We're breaking their con cherry, and they're super happy when we're done.
Which is fair. That's all you can ask.
We didn't put them off cons altogether,
It is a super weird one to be your first con too, with all the haunters running around and doing really weird things and stapling things to people and all kinds of weird stuff.
It is,
glass in the face and whatnot.
It's a good time.
But it's not chaos. That's the beautiful part about it. The space that you're in is real for you. Oh, it's a little chaos for us. When Stephanie gets mad, we make sure we're at attention and ready to go. I'm kidding. Of course.
I lose my voice by Saturday afternoon. As long as it's after that, you don't get to hear me yell. I just can't.
No, it's still the eyes.
and when I say yelling at us, it's yelling more for us. Where are they?
That's 100%.
So we're super excited. Thank you again so much for having us back. We can't wait to see everybody there. I'm gonna have you guys sign off now, and then we're gonna skedaddle ourselves, but this is State of the Con. We're doing this every month all the way up until May, when the con actually is happening. Get your tickets. If you cannot make it for whatever reason, make sure you're following us everywhere. There's going to be things to do. We're going to have live streams so you can be a part of it still, and then maybe next year make the trek out. But I am adamant saying you need to get tickets and just come out and hang out with us. So for sure. But Stephanie, Destini, thank you so much for joining us tonight again for State of the Con. We'll talk to you before next month, but everybody will see you next month.
Thank you, guys. Always good to see you.
Good to see you.
Pleasure's
Take care.
All over here.
Yes. This is all Casey. This feels weird. I got
there we go. All right.
Sorry. It feels like we're back to normal.
I know. I was freaking out for a minute.
when you said I'm looking forward to talking to somebody other than Mick, and it's like, I get it. That does not upset me. I 100%.
But when I say that, it's also with people who are.
It's with love
at your level. No, at your level. It's other people at the Fear Fest are at your level of understanding of movies and horror. So we get to have those beautiful conversations.
My level.
Okay, they're in the same league.
No one's on this level,
in the
buddy.
Same league, all right? They're like up in the same like the major leagues. They're in the majors. We're majors, all right? When we're discussing stuff, we're not, single A ball. We're major league teams, So even though sometimes you get the Tigers who win 20 games in one season, it doesn't mean they shouldn't be in the majors.
I do want to address this real quick. Johnny asked, who designed the Carolina Fear Fest logo? It's the best of any con. I 100% agree with you. In fact, I have it right here. I'm going to make it bigger so we can see it. This right here. Oh, Sorry, Johnny, I got to get rid of your comment so we can see this wonderful logo. And this right here was created by none other than the lovely Destini, who you saw on with us. It was a concept that came from both Stephanie and Destini, but she did a wonderful job with this. There's so much detail to it. It looks really awesome, and I love it. I want a T-shirt with it.
Oh, it's one of my favorites. Yeah, you didn't get one? You didn't get a T-shirt of that?
They don't make T-shirts in size circus tent there, so it's all right though. Well, it's not their fault. It's my fault.
Hey, don't blame yourself. Just be better than yesterday.
No,
love you, buddy.
No. Why would I ever do that? That's so much. Wait, Destini is waving at me from the.
I put a chat thing.
Oh, okay. I'm going to the chat.
That's phenomenal. All right, good. Later.
Read your effing messages, Casey. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that out loud.
Thanks.
I have a VIP request for 3 times. Oh, wait, no. Am I not supposed to say that out loud? I'm not saying that out loud. We'll talk about it later. Anyway, welcome to the show. That's why we say embrace absurdity.
Wow.
Join in with us.
Welcome to the chaos. That's, in fact, how things happen. You just got to see what it's like a little bit behind the scenes at the CFF. So.
Yeah, I got the memo. You have to say just for me in the beginning, or I don't know. Right? And I cut poor Destini off. She's wonderful. They both are. I love these ladies so much, and they've done so much for us to bring us out here.
Yes.
Guys, get out to this convention. It's a fun time.
Come on and join. It's a great time. We promise you're going to have a blast.
Yep. Chris is coming. That's how we met, and he's coming out this year. He's part of the Snobs Nation. Stoked. We're gonna have a good time. Okay, we are gonna head out because Casey has an important date he has to keep.
I do.
But before we go,
I just both collars popped. I plan to go into the Quantum Mania.
That's right, and I will be doing a full review on our YouTube channel. So if you're watching this there, or you want to just head over there and check it out, you can see my review on it. But I don't want to pimp us out. We are talking about CFF. Just one more thing about us. If you guys do like horror, we have a new show starting tonight at 11 p.m. on our YouTube channel. It's the Horror Night with the Scary Snobs. Make sure you go check that out. That's the only thing I'm going to say. But go to carolinafearfest.com, get your tickets, check it out. Follow them on all social media platforms.
Like all down here. Just go hit the buttons and then spend the money and come have a great freaking time.
Yep. And all right. So until next time, we'll be doing this again every month until May. So make sure you come and check us out, join in with us. If you have any questions, ask us in the chat, the whole nine. But we appreciate you signing on, being here with us for this episode. I want to thank Stephanie and Destini again for joining in and giving us a bunch of information and revealing the next guest.
Pretty amazing. So really excited. Check it out. Later, y'all.
And until next time, take care, guys.